We're very grateful to be part of this opportunity to remember the life of Mike Sweeney. We are the Friday Morning Boys of Athens, Ohio. These are the unofficial members of the Friday Morning Boys, and you see Mike's name at the top of the list, and then 8 others, and you'll hear from a few of us during this time. And we meet weekly at Donkey Coffee Shop, and there's a picture of some of us together along with Mike. Mike joined the group in 2017 and was a very important member of the Friday Morning Boys. Just a few months ago, we had an opportunity the last time most of us were able to see Mike. We went to his house, stopped at his house, and put together a few songs and performed for him while we were there. And so we were grateful to have that opportunity to interact with Mike. But wanted to hear from a few of the guys and just to hear their testimonials and perceptions and experiences with Mike, who is part of our group.
My name is Mike Biella, and I have to admit that I was not thrilled when I heard that one of our brothers, and I believe his name is Ken Edwards, had invited some guy named Mike Sweeney to join our ranks. I soon learned, though, that this new fellow was avidly hungry to experience the joys of life, and he was a pleasure to have with us. Mike must have, comparing my approach to life to his, I'm rather cautious. He must have thought that my approach was rather cloistered, but he always valued my opinion. He always took me seriously, and I appreciated him so much. Mike seriously raised the bar for the rest of us to be more curious, to think more critically, to laugh more easily, and certainly for myself to take ourselves not quite so seriously. And so Mike, great addition to our program, glad to have him. And Brother Mike, up and away.
My name is Bruce Martin. Simply put, Mike brought a joyful spirit to our group. The thing that I admired most about him is the approach that he took to his experience with cancer. People respond to cancer diagnoses in different ways, many regarding it as a death sentence and living out the remainder of their lives accordingly. Although Mike was keenly aware of his mortality, he didn't let his cancer diagnosis diminish his zest for life. Indeed, he sought to enjoy every precious moment that life had to offer. This was reflected in his many passions, from teaching and writing to painting and trivia competitions to fellowship with the Friday Morning Boys. I felt privileged to share his company during our weekly gatherings, and I will miss his presence in our group.
My name is Ken Edwards. I got to know Mike in the last 10 years. Mike was an amazing person. By example, he showed the importance of helping others. Service was important to Mike, and his actions showed others the importance of service. How do people serve others? Mike, I think, would say that we all need to figure it out in our own way. For Mike, it was teaching. It was advising students. It was writing articles. It was loving his family. It was helping at church. It was conversing with people of different opinions. He impressed upon me the need for having a purpose in life. Mike's was teaching and serving others.
My name is Dale Tamke, and I live in Denton. I got to know Mike via Zoom during our Friday morning conclave, and I'm going to treasure the memory of Mike's remarkable good humor, even as he good-naturedly would regale us with accounts of his latest cancer treatment. I'll also not forget the range of Mike's intellect and his willing to share what he knew. To me, Mike was just a gifted, natural teacher. I learned something from Mike every time he opened his mouth. I never met Mike in person. Ours was an internet acquaintance. But nonetheless, Mike's warmth and his love for the Friday Morning Boys was evident across the ether. And while our Friday morning conversations will continue, they'll surely be somewhat diminished in their breadth and in their humor. The banter will be less engaging and informative, that's for sure. Friday mornings are just not going to be the same. We'll miss you, Mike. Till we meet again, my virtual friend.
Oh, I'm Giles Lee, member of the Friday Morning Boys, and I always regarded Mike Sweeney as kind of the wise owl of the group, the voice of reason, the fountain of wisdom and knowledge. What I'm most grateful to Mike for is he gave me tremendous guidance and support at a time when I really needed it. And that turned out to change my path for the better. The one thing I learned from Mike that I hope I never have to use is, more than anyone, I think he taught us all how to deal with cancer, with dignity, with respect, and to continue living life with joy. And I think for that, we all owe him a debt of gratitude. And while he's sorely missed, he's also dearly loved. Thank you.
And I'm Pete Mather. Just hearing the voices of my friends here, just again remembering what a void has been left in our group, but what a legacy Mike left. Well, Mike was a tremendous influence in my life, and I mostly got to know him through this group. His commitment to educating students, his creativity and his smarts, and his down-to-earth good nature are all going to be sorely missed. I'm currently on a year-long sabbatical that was inspired by Mike's example and his testimony about squeezing the juice out of every day. And I chose to have the special sabbatical, the particular adventure that I'm having, based on hearing Mike talking about squeezing the juice out of every day. And I thought to myself, what would that be like? And it's been transformative, and I've had this experience because of Mike. And so his legacy lives on in my adventure and among the Friday Morning Boys. Mike, we miss you. We are going to do our best to try to find ways to be engaging and to remember you through the quality of our own interactions moving forward.